When flying from Manila to Boracay via Kalibo, you'll leave the Naiya International Airport, Terminal 3, and you'll ferry across the tarmac in a bus, and you'll be taken to your plane, whether that be Cebu Pacific or Philippine Airlines. Once you board the plane, you'll notice that these planes have wider seats, more legroom and headroom, and the luggage compartments above your head are much larger. As you taxi down the runway, preparing for takeoff, one of the sights that you'll see is the large airport itself. This is the new airport that was constructed 5 years ago, and the airport itself is really nice. Once you get overhead, you can notice that the city of Manila is quite large, and for first-time flyers, highly recommend getting a window seat. The view is actually incredible. As you head out across the countryside, you'll notice different islands. These islands will have white beaches. In this picture here, you'll see the Tall volcano, which is the world's smallest volcano, and you'll fly right past that, and that's right around Tagaytay. As you head over to Kalibo, you'll actually pass right by Boracay, which you see in your screen here with the white light on it. The island next to it, to the front, is Carabao Island, which is an island now being developed for tourists. Once you arrive at the airport, you'll walk across the tarmac into the airport. It's very small, so there's no chance that you can get lost. But if you have any questions, once you get inside, you'll notice two gentlemen sitting on your left here in orange flowery shirts. They work for Southwest Travel and Tours, and you can go to them and ask them for assistance, and they'll be happy to guide you to the correct place or the bus that you need to board. The trip from Kalibo to Cataclan is about 1.5 hours, give or take a little bit for traffic. Kalibo is a fairly large city. It has a general hospital and other things that fairly large cities have, which is traffic. In Kalibo, one of the things you'll notice is an enormous amount of tricycles that really do clog up the streets. Once you start to get through the city of Kalibo, you won't hit much traffic. The highways they're really clean and well maintained for the most part. I've never seen any real damage to them. If you're a foreigner, I highly recommend this route to Cataclan via Kalibo. And the reason is you'll see things like this here, the provincial schools, as you drive by on the highway. These schools are located right on the highway there. And it's very interesting to see how provincial life is. You'll notice school kids on the side of the road. They'll be playing games and having fun. You'll also see other workers on the side of the road with their daily activities and things. And this is something typically you would not see in the cities. Again, once you get out of the city and you start getting out on the open highway, you'll notice a lot of mountainous areas, a lot of green trees, rice fields, as you see here in this photo. And you'll see farmers plowing the fields. You'll see them using carabao rather than mechanical machines. Everything here in the Philippines is really done by hand, certainly when it comes to farming. Here's a picture that I took when we went on a trip via Kalibo. It's a farmer who's taken his carabao out to the rice field to let the carabao roll around in the mud. It's really, really hot in the Philippines, and so they take good care of their animals. Again, these are animals that they use to make their living, to plow their fields, to bring in the rice, to carry the heavy loads, to pull the wagons, and that sort of thing. And if you've not seen this type of thing in the Philippines or in any other country in Asia, it's really a nice way to see it. Here you'll see on the side of the road farmers drying their rice on the side of the road. So they'll lay their rice out on these rice mats, and they'll dry the rice in the sun. And once it's dried, they'll put the rice in bags, and then they'll carry it to market. Again, you know, if you're not familiar with this, or you're a foreigner, the trip in itself is worth it just to see the provincial life that takes place here in the Philippines. On part of your trip, you'll notice a coastal highway where you can see the ocean as it's coming up against the shore. Now, once you get into Cataclan, you'll get off the bus, and the guy in the flowery orange shirt, he works for Southwest Travel and Tours, and they're really one of the best tour companies in Cataclan. They've been there for 15 years, and they're the only company that WOW Philippines Travel Agency uses. If you have any questions on where to go, you just ask him or anyone for Southwest, and they'll be happy to help you. They'll guide you to your correct destination. This guy sitting here, this is Jerry. He works for Southwest Travel and Tours. Super nice guy. If you have any special need, talk to him and he'll help to accommodate you. Here we have two young ladies that work for WOW Philippines Travel Agency, Andrea and Liz, and they're now headed to the boat that will ferry them across the Tabon Strait over to Cagban Beach on Boracay Island. Once on the boat, again, this is with Southwest, and it's why we use them. You'll notice all the life jackets. Some of the banca boats do not have those. This is why we highly recommend using Southwest Travel and Tours. As you pull away from the dock and get out on the open water, just the fresh air alone, if you've been in the city for a while, is it's really refreshing. It's nice. It's a great feeling of relief to be out there on that banca boat, knowing that you're headed to one of the nicest white beaches in the world. The ride from Cataclan over to Cagban Beach on Boracay Island is roughly 15 minutes, give or take, depending on the type of boat that will be taking you. This is the new pier that was installed a couple years ago on Cagban Beach, and it's really nice now, especially for elderly people getting off the boat. It comes right up to the pier, and it's very easy to get on and off. Once you get off, you'll walk down the pier, and once you come to the end of the pier, you'll notice this large building here to your left in the screen. It's the Welcome Center, and this is where you'll pay your environmental fee and anything like that. Also, they have drinks and snacks inside, and different government agencies. The girls here are getting ready to get on the van that will take them to the resort. In this case, we're staying at Artista Beach Resort up in Dinniwid, and so the van will take you all the way there. So remember, the next time you travel, WOWPhillippineSTravelAgency.com.